What is going on, everybody? We are back with a very, very special episode. My name is Nick Valley, and this is welcome back to the show, everybody. I shouldn't have done that. I'm getting over something that was not. But welcome back. This episode, yes, welcome to the post-illness episode, and it couldn't be more fitting to lift our spirits, raise us up, bring us back. The one, the only Benjamin Bancoff is with us today. Ladies and gentlemen, listen, I have been, Jonah, you'll attest to this. I have been waiting to do this episode for a very long time. I pitched it a very long time ago. Like, the time has arrived, and there's no better first guest for season 4 than someone who has been one of our loyalist fans, become one of my closest friends, become like a brother to me. We've met in a really cool way and have built such a great dynamic and relationship, and you've become such a great advocate of both of us, and I wanted to use this as a platform for everybody to get to know you, since you're always supporting and shouting us out and helping us out. So Ben, how does it feel to be on the show? Because you're somebody who watches this show, right?
Yeah, I've been watching since day one, and I think I've been waiting and dreaming of the day I'd be on this podcast since the first day. I was just thinking, man, this has to happen.
Yeah, and here we are.
Finally.
We're here. It feels good. So Ben, welcome to Rev Rock Revolution. You are on the show. You're getting to see the behind the scenes magic of how this happens, including the 22 minutes leading up to trying to film this episode.
Yeah, when everything was malfunctioning.
Jonah, you want to tell our viewers what's been going on?
He's gone.
Before Jonah, while we wait for Jonah to come back, Ben, would you like to maybe tell our viewers kind of how you came into our orbit, our world, how we met, that kind of thing?
Oh yeah, so I was scrolling on my TikTok For You page, and then soon enough, oh, Jonah's back. As I was as I was saying, so I was scrolling on my TikTok For You page, and all of a sudden, this charming, skinny guy with a video about I don't know why I said that. That just came out. But this video this video about what your favorite band says about you comes on my For You page, and then there was a mention of Foo Fighters, which at the time I was a very, very, very passionate fan of theirs. I was in like a
Hell yeah.
deep Foo Fighters phase. So I just remembered like commenting, I forget exactly what it was, but I commented something on it, and then you responded, and we really started bonding. And then after that, I made my way to Instagram, and you DM'd me thanking me for it, and you sent me, I think it was like one of your covers, and asked me how I felt about your voice, and I started praising you. I said something like, "Oh, that's great," and you were like, "Hey, I wonder if you'd want to be part of my Discord community. I think you'd be a perfect advocate for it." And then I joined that, and all these years passed, and here we are now.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like, you joined, and then immediately, like, I think from day one that you were in the server, like, you were active all the time. You were like always like interested in what was going on. First person to listen to any music I would send. Like, I think you were like one of the first people. I think maybe that when I posted that victimized link, that was like all over that. The first
Yeah.
one I sent to everybody. Yeah, and then I think just through me doing this show is kind of like when you came into Jinx.
Yeah, I remember the first time, actually, you were the first person to send me a link of the Jinx song Psycho, and when I heard it, I just fell in love, man. Such a killer track. And whatever Jonah and Jinx have done so far past that has just been epic. One of the most
100%.
awesome bands.
Yeah, I mean the EP, the album, fire shit. It's just so good. Jonah, we're gonna use this as a Jonah glazing session. That's okay with you? It's good. So far, his exits have been so appropriately timed. I wonder if he's doing it on purpose. That being said, Ben, why don't you let our viewers know? We're going to go a little further back because there's so many things I've actually always wanted to know. And this is my favorite part of having guests on the show, especially you, because like we know each other so well already at this point. But like we've been through some things, which we'll probably talk about later. But like I guess just like your background, like growing up, like how you got into all this music, like music background. Yeah.
How did I get into any of this? Oh, it's a long, long story. Luckily, we have the time for it. So I remember when I was about probably 7 years old, my dad played "Down with the Sickness" by Disturbed on over our car's
Hell yeah.
PA while I was on a drive, and that shit dragged me in, man. Just the tribal drums and everything. And then after that, he also put on a bunch of Def Leppard, which I just fell in love with. Songs like Hysteria, Pour Some Sugar on Me, just the classics.
Love Bites. That whole album is so
Of
good.
Bites, yeah, yeah. That, and then after that, I mean, I took kind of a, actually, sadly, I took kind of a break from rock music though, because it felt like my family as a whole had for a little bit. I was listening to a bunch of indie and folk music, like James Taylor and that, and then that was for about another like 4 or 5 years or so until I was in about seventh grade, and I started listening to Guns N' Roses a ton, which was really good. It's what got me to start playing guitar, which I did around the same year. I remember I decided to learn Sweet Child O' Mine. It took me like 3 months,
Yeah,
but it was worth it. It's a
definitely.
good experience.
100%.
And ever since that, I've been just full on metal and rock. I've listened to countless Metallica records.
This there's no better example. Like, of course, the episode that we have you on is the one where Jonah just keeps coughing and disappearing.
Oh yeah, but like yeah, ever since that, it's just been constant Metallica, Slayer, Allman Brothers Band, Wolfpack, Tedeschi Trucks. This is a real good example of how expansive my music taste is. And even recently, I've been getting into a lot of Chaperone and like all those pop artists, which is really good.
Yeah, 100%.
I am also a student of my area's local school of rock. I've been going for about 2 years now and have performed in many seasonal shows. It's just a lot of fun.
100%, man. Your dad, right, was involved in music.
Oh yeah, my dad has also been a musician for more than half of his life. He's been, I think, since he was actually around my age, he's been playing guitar and writing songs.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
That's got to be like a good springboard for you as well. Because I'm the same. You know, we talked about this on the show all the time. Like Jonah's dad plays in Jenks, and
Yeah,
my parents obviously, like my dad was in bands, and my mom did a lot of singing.
yeah,
Yeah, we have this theory on the show, like, from pretty much it's every interview we did last season. We've kind of noticed the commonality of like the similarities of the people who had musical upbringings and the people who didn't. Like people always find their way into the industry either way, but like the people with them tend to have similar backgrounds, and people without tend to as well.
yeah, yeah, for
I
sure.
think that's why you and I get along on such like a wavelength.
Yeah, because we can probably get into this later, but also have a lot of very commonly shared experiences throughout our life too. So
No, 100%. Yeah, I'm totally with you, man. Which I think has kind of led to us really connecting past that. So you're basically saying, so like growing up, you like kind of similar to me. Like as a child, I was all about rock, and then there was a huge phase in my life where it was really just a different style of music, like
yeah,
more of like a mainstream or like adult contemporary, or like just like different stuff. And then kind of rock came back into my life in my like mid-teens, and then it just never left at that point.
yeah. It never once it comes back in that form, it never does. It
Yeah.
never
Oh,
leaves.
100%, man. But yeah, I think when I met you, you were what? You were 15?
Probably now like 15 or 14. Yeah.
Yeah, because I think I was 17. I might have been, or was I 16? I
You
can't
were
remember.
you no you were 17. I remember.
Okay, I was. But yeah, it's funny how far I think you and I have both come in that time. And you were kind of just, like you said, like starting out in all of that and playing in bands, and where you are now. I mean, you've been playing in School of Rock, and I've seen your progression, just the way you play, and you've been getting better and better, man.
Thank you.
It's been a cool thing to see, honestly.
Yeah, it's I've been working really hard,
Yeah,
very very hard.
yeah, I can tell. So yeah, I guess this is like this is a bit. I swear to God, we're being punked. Jonah just keeps coming in and out. You know how many files of Jonah, Doc, and I am gonna have to sift through in the editing of this episode? Can we just talk about that for
Oh, it's gonna be beautiful. It's
It's gonna
gonna
be
be
beautiful. You
absolutely
won't have to
gorgeous.
edit it. You're just gonna see your episode uploaded, and all your friends and family will be like, "Hey, look, Ben's on the podcast." They won't know. They'll know
Yeah,
this at least, but like they won't see
yeah,
the hours of time I have to do cutting each Jonah in. There's gonna be like
yeah,
12 Jonah, Doc, and I files.
yeah.
Anyways, that being said, kind of from us meeting, I would guess my biggest question for you would say from that point, like, how would you say your musical journey like has been from then till now? Kind of just like any key takeaways or yeah.
How my musical journey has been. I mean, I've definitely, since then, I've joined my first band. I'm now the lead guitarist of a country slash southern rock project, which I cannot be talking that much about right now, but it's been a very, 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 very good time, and I'm
We always
excited to start
appreciate the
promoting more.
little Easter eggs, the bombs dropped on this show.
Yeah,
You've heard it here first. That's our favorite thing on Rev Rock Revolution.
yeah, just dropping bombs, dropping hits, and fun. And yeah, but I've also been getting into a lot more blues recently. I've been learning some slide guitar, which has been very tough, but very, very, very interesting. I'm having a lot of fun with it.
I think I learned to play one song on slide, and that was the intro to The Day I Tried to Live.
Oh yeah, the day I tried to live.
Weird ass tuning. I tried to learn it, and the day I tried to play slide guitar is what I would like to call it because I'm not a slide guitarist. You know what's actually funny? So I don't know if you know the story. This is what happens on the show. You're getting a world famous Nick Valley sidetrack, but we're gonna get off topic here for 1 second because I think it's really funny. I saw an interview with Kim Thale that neither him or Chris knew how to play slide guitar.
Oh yeah,
So they took off all the strings of the guitar except one so they could do the slide guitar track.
so iconic, man.
That's amazing. It's like,
Yeah,
can you imagine like just going on stage with a guitar with one string on it? I want to do that now just for like the totals.
I'm sure someone has. There has to have been someone that's definitely done that.
Oh my god. Jonah just texted me that my internet just completely died. So, I guess we're gonna have to do this without him unless he comes back. We'll see. Well, Ben, I hope you're okay with just me. Even though I suffocate 90% of the episodes as is. It's funny, actually, when I edit our episodes, and then I want to go back to you because I'm not going to make this about myself as usual. Like I'm making this about myself, talking about how I make it about myself. Wonderful.
You're the Billy Corgan to my Wolfgang right here.
That took me out. Yes, if anybody has seen that interview, I'm just going to keep asking you questions about your dad and then say how it's bullshit that everybody talks about your father all the same time. So yeah, no. So what I wanted to say is really funny is this is just for the viewers. I'm very self-aware that every time, and I have to be because every time I edit these episodes within Riverside, they give you an audio track that's color labeled per person. And let's just say I'm red and Jonah's purple for sake of, which usually is, right? For sake of argument. Did you see one long thing and then it's color coded per when who's talking? And there's probably like 6 sections that are purple like this. And the rest of the episode is just red. And I'm fully aware. Welcome back, Jonah. I was just talking about how I suffocate every episode of this show as you came back.
Dude, I missed so much. How did we get to that?
Welcome back, Jonah. Wait. If y'all can see the screenshot that is Jonah's frozen on right now, could I get a picture of it? Jonah, you've been frozen like this.
That's such a good photo.
I'm gonna send that
What
to you
the-
because it's
That's
My eyes are watering,
crazy.
dude.
profile picture, by the way. Next episodes. I just have Ben. I'm saving this as my screensaver. Anyways, welcome back to the show. Jonah, you've missed a whole lot about Ben. So you're gonna have to watch this episode back. But so Ben, I guess coming on to this show, because we want to start incorporating this more, like people who actually watch this show, bringing them on to the show, and of course you're the perfect person to do this with. Anything that you want to say to the viewers, to us about the show, anything you want to see on the show? I kind of wanted to incorporate this into a little bit into this season, like bringing people who watch it in.
Yeah, I mean, what I want to say to the viewers, I hope everyone who has been watching this show has felt as great a connection to this show as I have. Just with how sporadic this show has been, I just
Yeah.
and the way I've experienced it, it just makes these guys seem it's so entertaining to see, and especially now that I'm on the show, it's a whole nother level, man.
Yes, you
But
also
yeah.
let the viewers know that our fun to hang out with persona is all bullshit and we're actually assholes, right?
Yeah. No, we all
It's
fake.
like-
We
and
just
it's
fake
like-
it for the
and it's-
camera.
We fake.
It's like any rock star, right? They just fake it for the camera. They're all assholes.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Never meet your heroes,
Yeah.
right? That's
See,
the
we
main lesson.
Nick and I
Never.
actually know exactly what we're doing. We just play it off that we don't know how to do a podcast at all.
Genius marketing. This is Paul and Gene right here. Your
Big
experience
brain marketing.
coming of Paul and Gene right here. You're welcome. Yeah. So Ben, I'm excited for the project kind of working up. Can we just talk about the fact that he coughs and then disappears every time? It's like, God.
Really though, it's so funny.
Oh my God.
That's
I'm
crazy how that cut out. Bro!
I'm dying.
How are people
Oh.
going to watch this show for real?
This is about to be the greatest episode of the show ever.
Ben, you have actually been on the bet because every time I'm like, what do we talk about? It naturally comes up. So while we're unable to see,
I hope
record
that in
Jonah
the
Documentary.
recording people can hear me right now. Because
Ben,
this is so funny.
is this everything that you dreamed and more?
Yes.
This is the
Just
most technical
with
difficulties.
the podcast and seeing how every episode is played out, this is exactly how I wanted it to go.
Exactly. So Ben, trying to set a topic here. How would you say like your guitar playing? How would you say your guitar playing journey has been? Like learning, like what is your journey of learning?
It was a very, very, very slow start, but then I don't even know what happened, but something like 3 months in, it really started picking up. I was able to start learning songs very, very fast, and ever since I've just been really trying to work on my technique and my theory knowledge. Like I study guitar theory for probably at least 2 hours a day now. I have been for the last maybe year and a half, and it's been a lot of fun. It's been time consuming, and especially along with schoolwork and all these projects and everything I'm doing on the side, it's been very, very stressful, but it's been well worth it.
Yeah, because you're doing it all still in high school, man.
Yeah.
How's that been for you, like juggling all those things around, playing in bands and
I mean, it's been good. I'm still able. I have good grades in school right now, so I'm proud of myself. My social life is going fairly well, so I'm in a good spot. I'm fit, so I'm happy.
You know what? I bet I was actually going to bring that up next because there's something we can all like relate to. Like me, you, Jonah. I mean, we're all like gym guys, and we all get the fitness grind. This is part of. I just want to take this moment to anybody watching the show. The way, and I know I said this a little bit earlier in the episode, but I really want to drive this home because I really like how you. So I'm like so proud of like I think the person that you become and like you are becoming, because every year that I know you, I feel like you grow so much. You're somebody that I think this is why we get along so well. Like, and Jonah, you're the same way too. Like just always looking to grow, always looking to improve, always trying to. And he's frozen with holding his hair back again. Always looking to. How can I be better at this? Never like sitting on, okay, that's good enough.
Yeah.
And fitness is another one of those things that you and I both right now, although I'm not going to bore on the podcast viewers of my V-Shred journey, but like that's been, I think, a thing for you as well, too.
Yes, it has been. I'm also using a program-based set of advice for what I'm doing at the moment. I am not following V-Shred like you, but I'm following a very, very other well-acknowledged fitness coach, Jeff Nippard.
Okay. How's it going for you?
I'm currently following his abs in 60 days based off of science, and it's actually going very well. It's a very, very, very hard training, but it's good because obviously he's using science, and it makes it very, very very well approachable and very straightforward. So it's good.
100%. Yeah, I think you and I are kind of. It's kind of similar from what I've seen. Are you doing like what is your typical? Because I was telling all the viewers like my cliff notes of it is like pretty much standard 6 days a week. I have short but intense workouts, and I eat just very clean and a higher amount of calories to gain muscle. I don't know what your looks like or your plan.
Mine is I'm eating cleaner, but another thing is for me is yours is more of the lighter workout. What we do is he has us really, really working on the muscles in our abs. Like he even has us like I do cable crunches at the gym. I'll do like actually like really, really, really intense stuff that really gets your abs activated.
Oh no! I didn't mean I'm not doing intense. I'm doing intense, but not 3-hour workouts. I meant like
I do.
So you do
3-hour work. I was reading that wrong. I'm sorry. I was doing what I do, is I'll have like an hour long session I do in the gym where I just hit
I'm the same way.
Like really, 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 really fucking hard, dude.
Yeah, I think honestly probably doing the same thing. In terms of that, like it's not the same thing, but you know what I mean. Because for me, it's like around an hour. Maybe it's a little bit more, maybe it's a little bit less, depending on the day. But like, it's intense.
And you do the majority of your ab workouts at home, though, right? Or
I'm
have
doing
I
the
been
whole
reading that
thing
wrong?
at home. There's a at home and there's a gym session. I chose to do at home because it was 6 days a week and just going to the gym. But like also trying to build a foundation for myself using body workouts and then kind of going into the gym because it'd been a minute and I kind of let it all go during the holidays and kind of went past, like
I just what I did is I went on a really restrictive diet during the holidays, man. I restricted myself from eating like everything because I knew I couldn't get into the gym. So I was just like, you know what? I'm not going to gain any of these calories back. I'm literally just going to set a meal plan for what I'm going to eat during the holidays and not let
yeah,
myself get off track.
You have a stronger
100%.
will than I do. Dude, I cannot restrict myself during the holidays.
No, man, me too. I was saying, like, I honestly let myself go so much that, like, I look back at it because I have a folder and I've been tracking my progress. Nick Valley Official, plug if you want to check out my V-Shred progress on Instagram. But my day one to now, the picture I took, like, today, I was looking at both of them and I was like, wow, like, that's a huge, because I really didn't even realize how far I'd let myself go until looking back at it. Like,
Yeah, you've made a lot of progress though, man. It's
100%
I was looking at those pictures myself earlier and it was just like,
creeping on my Instagram. I see how it is. I see how it is. Nah, man, for real. No, I'm with you. It's always a journey. Like Jonah, I know you're a gym guy too. Like, how often do you like? What do you? We're just being fitness bros now.
Jim Bros.
Yes, a digital cough. Nothing. You look so okay.
Never
Uh,
mind, Jonah doesn't get to speak.
when Jonah comes back, we will get that answer from him. In the meantime, no, you know what? I think it's good. Like, just for anyone watching this show, like in general, you and I have very similar mindsets. I don't think we're ever pacified or like settled. You know what I mean? And I think that's a that's a good way to be. I'll give a little bit of because we have a little bit more time left. Like you were talking about kind of earlier, and you don't have to get too deep into anything you don't want to talk about. But like you and I have had very similar, not just musical journeys, but like backgrounds.
Yes,
So I
very
don't know how
similar
much
family
I'm gonna
issues.
allow you to say as much or as little as you want, but kind of if you want to, which I really think I'll just speak from my point of view. The more and more we got to know each other and like just talk in the server, the more and more it became like private based. Like we just became like friends, and then it came to the point like you started like working in my Discord server and really been like a right hand to me, and like it's really like a brotherhood at this point. Like there's not many people. It's like you, Jonah and I's voice coach, and like no, but seriously, like there's a really small list of people, and you're like towards one of those people, which it's very sacred to me. So that being said, kind of your point of view of all that.
Yeah, I found you while I was going through my parents divorced in like late 2020. And when I found you, I was still going through a lot of deep depression from that. Because for the longest time, I think it was for like maybe that lasted about 3 years actually, that I thought it was my fault, especially because I had started fighting with my mom a lot at the time. So I was in a really dark space. But then I found your songs and I heard Victimized for the first time, and my life was changed fucking ever.
It's amazing.
I had finally found a song that really gave me a voice that I thought I had at the time. It took me away and out of my guilt, and it gave me a voice to fight against it. It all came from you, which I'm really, really thankful for. I still love and cherish that song. I play it at least once a day, every day of the week.
For real, still?
Yes,
I
I
don't even
love
know these.
these songs. I love that song with every bone in my body.
Thank you, man. I really appreciate that. Like for real. I don't even know what to say. I'm honestly like genuinely shocked by that. So I appreciate you saying that. All I'll say to that is a little teaser for the audience to something you'll get excited about. Ben knows I'm working on a very special project that's been very near and dear to me right now. And a lot of those songs from the early years from when you came back will be making a comeback. That's all I can say.
Very, very excited for this.
Yes.
Honestly, I honestly want to scream from what Nick has told me. I'm saying to the viewers, this is some of the most hype stuff you're ever gonna indulge in, and it's so good.
Thank you, man. Thank you. I'm waiting for the time when, well, two things. Number one, when I start getting stuff from you, because I feel like you've been able to relate to me so much because of how similar we are. I'm looking forward to. I don't know if you can tell. I know you've worked on some music in the past and worked on some stuff. I don't know if you're doing anything or if you have anything in the works or.
It's complicated because there's a couple songs I've had fully recorded now for about probably the last year, and I haven't had a single bit of time to find the session that I could use to get them mastered. So it's
Right.
really, really annoying.
Okay. Yeah.
Other than that, it's going good. And then I'm obviously with my new band. We're writing a lot of stuff right now, and
Okay.
hoping we can get that out
Yes.
soon.
I know you can't tell us too much, but that's very exciting to hear. I'm actually I'm genuinely looking forward to when I get to. And then number two, as I said, there were two things. Is whenever the hell someday you and I get to work together, because up till this point we had a very special meeting, which was very fitting for us too, because we met.
And what happened after it was also kind of ironic.
Yes, so we met from TikTok on Foo Fighters. So you live what, probably like 4 hours from me, 3, something like that.
Like 3.5, yeah.
Yeah, and we had never met in person. And then last year in the summertime, we both went to a Foo Fighters concert. Very fitting, and we met in person at the merch.
Yeah, we met. Yeah, we met at the merch line.
We spent like a good amount of time, probably 15, 20 minutes together.
Waiting in merch lines.
Yes,
Yippee.
and until we had a great time.
Yeah.
Until this is very infamous if you're in the New York tri-state area. But what happened at our special meeting concert?
It was cut short at their like 10th song because a storm had to hit just then, which sucks.
Yeah, and it wasn't any storm too. I mean, I was genuinely afraid somebody was gonna get like electrocuted or like.
Yeah, that was horrible, dude.
Yeah,
I remember like just leaving that venue too was a shit show.
I posted a vlog from that day. It's on my YouTube page if anybody wants to see. It's called My Dave Grohl Experience. A little clickbaity, but you're in the vlog.
Yeah, I am.
You're in the vlog, so
I
you
remember
check
that.
it out. It was a really fun day, and we need to make more of those happen. I'm hoping this summer that we can get together and we'll do something. Let's make something happen.
Yes, we need to make something happen because I'm pretty sure I'm going to be heading to New York again. So
Yeah, no.
we need to find some way.
Let's make it happen. The whole time passed by. Isn't that quick?
Yeah.
You don't really know how fast it goes until you're in it. And even though Jonah was gone for 90% of it, I speak for Jonah when I say that it's been a pleasure having you on this show. Every dream has come true. I want to have you back in the future.
For real.
Clearly Jonah's been gone and we've been holding it up. So maybe we have you back as a guest host in the future if Jonah's ever touring, or, you know, even if I'm not around, so you could spend some time with him and get away from me for 5 minutes. Until next time, Jonah, since Jonah's not here, Ben, would you like to do the honors of, you could either do you or Jonah, I don't care, but would you like to do this with me?
I mean,
These are like childhood fit. This is like when you rehearse your Grammy speech in the shower and then you're actually on the stage. This is big time, Ben.
yeah, this is shocking. The
It's
fact
really
that
true. Okay, well, until next time, my name is Nick Valley.
and my name is Ben Bancoff.
And this is
Revolution.
Revolution. And I'm going to be like Jonah. I'm going to go.